Fiora, sliding forwards, hitting with the guaranteed riposte stun, and insta one-shotting with ult. Fantastic. Okay, Aatrox into Renekton. So Kratos chose this matchup in solo kill. Solo kill was damn...
Look, I have to... Coming out of draft, I kind of agree. But... And there's always, like, the Vietnamese fans always make jokes about, like, when they're doing poorly, they just want him to plug in the mouse and keyboard.
Right.
Which technically is legal.
Okay, so this is going to be Empowered W dive, trying to get the flag and drag. They do time it well with the flag. I don't think Kratos lives through this. That's a really clean dive. That's a very clean dive.
That was beautiful, yeah.
And I have to say, so Solo Kill is another kind of fairly developmental player. He did debut last year on the EDG Doom squad, which was the squad which did really badly. Almost every player has gone on to do better since leaving that squad. Solo Kill's one of them. He's actually a pretty good individual player. This is a really important dive opportunity. That's a good route. It cancels the Q, and the Q's really low cooldown. Oh, Shogun, what have you done, my son? Oh, Shogun.
Oh.
That is, I'm calling the single.
I mean, I was also like, I find the artistic style, and I think maybe not to the same level, but Black Myth Wukong was very much the same. Oh, that's passion.
I mean, that's karma laning. Hang on a second. They're turning it around pretty well. Leaf doesn't have summoners. Shogun's pretty low HP. Next Q kills, right? Trying to body block. They're trying to get some space behind it. Guri has flash. Might be flash. That's an awesome Q flash.
Oh.
Flash beyond the body block. First kill down there in the bot lane. Not the first kill. Those two
Oh,
kills
no.
oh no, not again. I swear to God, Vikings, you should know your turret ranges by now. Yeah, and I think that's always been kind of epitomized in the way that the global community does have a pretty good read on this about VCS. It's like when they start because they were determined to pick up the extra kills they missed out on and then lose again. Sometimes they just double down on it.
Yeah.
Okay, DMB using the realm warp does help the other side of the turret. Root lands. There's no follow-up damage. I think he actually probably shouldn't have taken that realm warp because Katu is heading the other way. Katu still has ult. Doesn't get to escape
I
out
don't know where to go.
I think DMB has...
I think he has
dead.
dead.
He is still dead, so Shogun takes a head there, right? First kill of the game for him. That's not the worst
That's
thing
not bad.
ever. And now the problem is that there are actually two other ways being pushed in, so they're going to lose a wave. Well, no, Guri's picking up the wave bot lane, weirdly, actually. Didn't expect that. Oh, dear. I don't think you're making it out of that one. It's a face check too far. Yeah, I
don't think we're beating the level 6 Renekton.
I mean, Cutsy's
here.
It turns out you got a buddy in the back pocket. Okay, alright. I was not expecting that, actually, but Guri gets the level up of that kill. He's getting a ton of XP. Guri's on a... Tell you what, Guri didn't even have a bad game. Real big potential grouped fight. Renekton doesn't have teleporters walking down. Dragon's probably going to get taken before the Renekton's fully here. Realm Warp is coming in, secured by Shogun of all people. Aurora's not bad. Nico's pretty good in response, though. One kill, though, onto the Java, and Guri gets out. Kratos comes in, maybe gets himself a reset. Renekton is not hit quick enough, and Kratos gets the reset. Flash in towards solo kill, gets himself a 4-man queue. That's not bad, but I don't think it's going to be enough to survive the fight, and indeed it isn't. Dermby's rise, legendary though it is not going to be enough to turn around the back end of this fight. Vikings on the objective first, NIP slow. You don't have a game plan which revolves around, okay, Azir with a Nash's juice, 3 grubs hitting a turret, just for example, right? Then it's much to be able to hit that turret in the first place. Like, if you're against, say, a team like this with Vikings, right? Corki clears wires very quickly. Aurora does as well. It's pretty hard to actually hit the turret in the first place. So we might have another fight as the Herald went down. Like, misses the roots. That's not a great start. Shogun Valkyring out. I don't think they should fight there now. Now, trying to catch Kati and does actually catch him on the teleport. Not bad. A bit mistimed on the ultimate, but it works out in the end. So that's 1 for none. Guri going in for the engage. Doesn't have his ult for a couple of seconds, so Kratos does it himself. Bit scrappy. Does get Rune Prison and knock up. Doing good, getting the damage onto Nio. Solo kill into the backline, but he's not that tanky right now. But tanky enough to take down the World Ender. Blastcone sends the team forward again. So it ends up being 2 for the Herald. Demolished. This is why I mean, in this case, you probably would have taken this turret anyway. But like, look how quick that is, right? If you do end up opening...
That's kind of why, like, you know, at times when they look good, they look really good, and you get to see glimpses of it even in this game, but they have a tendency to be a bit egregious. This is...
Yeah. So this is, occasionally, I think it's very cool to talk about, like, concept. Because you know you're fighting into enemy vision, you immediately make a play on the other side of the map where you know there's no vision because they must have put it on the other side. It's really cool. So if you very quickly to say, like, we're not fighting into that vision, let's make a play on the other side of the map. Sometimes you can cheat vision. Sometimes you get unlucky and they put down the wall anyway. Dragon was taken. Realm Up to get into position to... Hang on a second. The turret's already gone. That's not a battle, actually, from Nightcat. Good to start off by taking down the Aatrox. Shogun, good damage. Solo kill flashing away from the Aurora turn back. So turret for Dragon and a kill.
I don't mind it, especially because it's mid-tower specifically. an avenue to punish. This objective is always the easiest way to win a game. You're behind, enemy team starts up Otacon. Very slow to respond to it though, and they don't really have someone to walk in.
And, well, I mean, Guri might just try and get into Q flash ult. Hey, okay, he's gonna go for the flash. He's gotta go for the ult, right? He's stunned up with the Renekton, and the smite goes down before he can ult in. Kratos on the flank. Solo kill's gonna die. Nightcat's not a bad ult, but he's left alone. Aurora starts putting down the damage, and NIP, they're not in a great place for the fight. Guri still has flash. Kratos has the ultimate running. Cardi doing bits and pieces, but the damage isn't coming as quick and fast as they would like. The Ricochet's starting to rip through the team, as Leaf still has himself a flash and might be able to get some extra damage. The flash knocker from Nio takes down one. Extra damage coming from the Sivir. Kratos turning it around. Flash out of the W. Guri going back to the play. Derby spell flux is ridiculous. NIP walk away with a number of kills. Shogun can't finish it off, and a triple kill to Derby's legendary rise.
Oh, the Vikings, man.
Oh, that's a really good dunk. That's a really good dunk again. Silong doesn't have flash. Remember that trader to flash for the ult early. I mean, this is a little far from Nio now. Okay, Silong makes it out. Okay, maybe we spoke too soon. Guri has the ult. That can be a kill. I mean, Leaf goes in 1v5 at the back end of that. Not sure about that one. Oh my god, it's before the dragon as well. They're going to give over the extra dragon. They get the Sivir and they get Nio. I mean, Derby's in the picture now, but doesn't Vikings just get a free run at... Wait, can they get Baron instead? Maybe they say screw the dragon. 20 seconds when you have an extra 25% value on it and you're 30 ahead. It's actually more like, you know, 4,000 gold ahead, actually, just from XP and the adaptive force you get. Kinda nuts, actually. Not all Atacons are created equal. A lot of squishy members. Winner of the next big fight gets Baron. Oh, that's not about Nio, my dude.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Great Nico ult, though. Great Nico ult. Dion be flashing forwards, try and get himself the extra damage. Solo kill gets into melee range. Kratos trying to get himself an extra bit of damage and disruption onto Derby. Won't find it. Silong will flash over the wall. The fight has gone, I believe, 2-1. Both junglers down, so no smites on the table.
Okay, Silong makes it out, but it costs him flash again.
It's off later game anyway. Just get a Lord Doms. Just get a Lord Doms, you know. It's better even against base armor. By the way, hello, TVC Gaming. I am the premier Magi's builder in the world. Don't you worry about that. My whole thing, my whole shtick about Ahri is you're not playing Ahri if you don't have a Magi's, basically. But yeah, when you're on someone like this champion, which can just kind of run you, and then also, if you get Cloud Soul as well, like, it's going to be a blue bullet.
I mean, I think, like, Vikings were very much on the time of this game, and I think the timer ran out a good 5 minutes ago.
Ships in... it's ships
well,
in the night.
Both junglers have done it now.
Yeah. Look, we did praise Nio earlier and said, you know what, really like this guy in terms of a development prospect. Hope he...
Realm Warp's annoying to deal with. Oh, Kratos. Okay, well, that's his flash down.
Build. I know some of the logic is when you're behind build damage, but when you're a champion like Aatrox, oh, double dunk in. Some of the flashes are back up. Nightcap does miss the ultimate. Shogun, decent damage onto him, and that's the speed of the Rise. The Rise is so fast. Guri gets some CC onto him. Carti trying to do this work as well. Solo kill. Crocodile in the back line. Strikebreaker, 3-item Renekton carrying the late game fight. Ninjas stabbed in the back out of the shadows, and the Vikings fall by the wayside.
Yeah, what a great... I mean, it was a good way to navigate out of both of those ults, but then Shogun just gets caught on the side, and the second that the Rise finds him, even with the slow from the W, it's just...
I just realized if we had a team which were knights, we would have a full For Honor cast. We'd have Vikings, Ninja, which I guess are similar enough to Samurai in this case, and we would have Vikings. Incredible. Is that the most important thing we could be talking about right now? No. The Nexus is gone. NIP take game 1. Vikings. Also, channeling E into the Scion Q damage as well. I actually don't know if this is going to work out as well in lane for Vikings as they think it is. Now, I do think...
The Yanara, they're like feeling threatened by the Karthus, and it's like, Karthus' access to a backline is essentially ult. You know, outside of some...
Titles in the... names in the title of the stream. So yeah, I've been enjoying this. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, thank you as well. Like, it's... You know, it's good to get LCP games in. Oh,
hey, someone's got to respect the LCP now one of these days, you know.
That's right. So I'm so sick of seeing people still refer to them as a minor region. You can see it in this game. If Gen.G plays Zyra, it's like a 2-minute 52, 2-minute 53 clear, like minimum.
Powered double. Oh, that's close. Holy crap, that's close. So, that's the threat of the Pantheon into the side. But then the problem is, well, how likely is it? Hang on. No, it did take Scott. Kratos, my dude. You knew that top scuttle was going down. This is a really bad time to be pushing. This is gonna be a very easy kill. He shouldn't even blow the flash. It's a question of how long it will take for him to die.
I think it's a kill off. Oh. No, you have to be a lot more sure of your tempo around them, otherwise you do just lose your entire side of the jungle.
That's a very good point. Someone just asked, what the heck is solo kill building? He does have a Vamp Scepter first, which I've just noticed. I don't know much about that. He doesn't have flash, remember?
Oh, great
no flash! Kill for Guri in the mid lane. You know, 2018, 2019, when we first saw... Well, was it 2018 or 2019 was Griffin when they first went to us, but 2018 summer was when they first came. Ooh, you said not using it aggressively. You can always use it to make plays and get to areas of the map. Nio will die. The question is, if there's going to be an ult afterwards, do they go into Guri over the wall? Doomy's choosing the fight this.
Now.
Alright, Guri, low HP, does get the level 6, you're absolutely right, the Stranglebomb's good, extra CC and the pledge bring him down! Guri and Karthi, mid-jungle, beating out their opposing number, 2 kills in the fight, Kartha's using the ultimate, does have the Dark Harvest, doesn't kill, and is sent another kill, solo kill flashes and misses the kill angle, Nightcat has joined in, for reasons beyond myself, flashing over the wall, into the roots, double slow plans from the E, doesn't get the head pulverized after the head, but has to use the heal. It is a clown car. Guri will make it out alive after getting 3 kills in the enemy jungle.
Yeah. I mean, that's also like, well, I wouldn't say, like, half of Zyra mechanics is just not dying, you know, like not getting caught out, but like, that is one thing that's important, and it like makes a difference between a, you know, good and great, to use the classic saying, Zyra, is knowing which plants to spawn when.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the time, you'd always love to use your E plants, but they just can't find value most of the time. Yeah.
Solo kill does not get to play again.
Pantheon is good.
He's not got tower aggro. You know, they can re-dive here, maybe. They actually might be able to re-dive. Don't be immediately has to leave. NIP! Pantheon ulted bot side, recalled, teleporting back it. The double globals. Oh my god, he doesn't respect this. Kratos might actually die to this now. He only has the Sheen. Alright, how much damage can Doomby do? Uses the empowered W. Has the empowered Q coming up next. Good cage. Guri's coming down. This is not bad damage. The Karthassol's being charged up. Flash out of the Q. Kratos lives. And Nightcat, he's being slowed down. Getting slowed down by the plants. Again, those E plants, so annoying. Karthi getting damaged by leaves. Xiaolong's up here. Oh my god, he's gonna get the solo kill onto the Scion. Be traded. Poppy will kill it back. 1 for 1 there. But leave. Well, sorry, NIP don't get the kill in terms of the comp. But I think having double poke and then the Karthas to finish it off would have been a really good angle. I would have liked that quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Starting before, uses the ultimate, transcends the spirit. The 1v1 coming through. Archiver and lands. And leaves a solo kill. 1v1 being 2x KO. I don't play fighting games. I'm sorry. I played a little bit of Soul Cal 4, but I'm not a good fighting game player. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to embarrass myself like that.
Well, Cardi's not dying, guys.
Yeah, he does have a Sunfire. Nightcat, he does have... They could dive with the...
Poppy's here.
Poppy's here. You have Scion ult. I don't... He's... Worst case scenario, I think just ults out, right? Interrupts a little bit of the combo. Oh, that's not bad!
Well, I think he's...
To kill him anyway.
Oh.
Okay, the Alistar ult used to tank the tower, so the Alistar gets out safe there. Leave... Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh my
he used his ult looking for something. Great ult from Zyra. The burn's on with that. Extra ult is coming through. The E and the Q. Landed Guri with a little bit of help from Style. Takes down Leave again. Leave has been dying on cooldown in mid lane.
I think the problem as well is like you've picked this Karthus, but you need to be able to kill tanks, and AD Kai'Sa doesn't really kill tanks, so you have to go AP, which makes it, you know, easier for these tanks to itemize into. I think there's a few problems here with sort of the drafty IP picked up.
And it's like, the draft, you can forgive the draft if they use their early game rotations well. They played well in lane, and the first Pantheon Karthus ult worked. That didn't work, so it makes it look even worse. Yeah. So then the question is, okay, so you didn't win the early game. You haven't used the Pantheon to get huge amount of... Bloody hell!
Oh my god!
Okay, you're blowing the ult out of lead. Does it matter? Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Doomby coming in towards the mid lane. They do have the Karthus ult if people get low. Remember that. Naya walking forwards. Oh, Flashwell doesn't get the Q, and the Poppy ult ejects them from the scene of the crime. Spare the blushes. Kratos left in top side, doesn't need grubs. He is a Yorick, has a Triforce, and that's the second turret for them in the game.
You know, seeing that made me wish that I could see that exact thing, but
Oh
I
my
think your
god.
tweet summed it up. He's either right or lying.
Exactly.
Beautifully well put.
You understand now. He is never wrong.
Yeah.
Only correct or lying. God. Because obviously Worlds is in China. Can they?
Yeah.
Can they bring him to the event? I just gotta know.
Yeah, true. They even have the option of getting the same guy. Oh my lord, that's a lot of damage.
I don't know about that. I mean, Alistair just went face first into a Poppy W and died to Zyra. I don't know what you thought was going to happen there. Over the wall has Hex Flash. I think his ult's just off cooldown. He could use that to force them away from the turret. Doomby is going to find him out. Doesn't spot the Poppy that time. Solo kill does get onto Style in the backline. It's not bad. Guri, how much disengage should you do? Bloody hell, the Zyra burst! Completely one-shots the Karthus! Karthus coming in. Leave has himself into the backline. Kratos, Kati going back onto him though, and I don't think Liam is leaving that baby cage alive. Put into jail, saving a term for murdering the backline. It is a 2-for-3 fight. I mean, normally the Hurricane build is the better one for, because it just gives you so much AoE damage. But hey, look, at the end of the day, Star's been making it work, and he has been doing. That's a good ult. Guri does have stopwatch though, and uses it onto the
beautiful
Doomby
stopwatch.
Pantheon, and Doomby is now alone. Alice has been killed. NIP are finding out what it means to be a dive comp into Zyra and Poppy and double beefy solo laners.
Yeah. I mean, the only way it could ever work is like, okay, Doinby does that, but then solo kills ready for when the Zhonya's ends. But even then, there's just so many plants down, and like, you kill Zyra, congrats, you've got so much more to deal with. Leave. Oh. Style, but yeah,
leave. I mean, Kratos, just one more bunk. The hammer should do it. Flash over, flash follow, and Bess has died on the other side too. and that's a getaway car and nothing else, my friend. Close in this game. Vikings are slaughtering them in the fights. Nightcat's coming up. Doomby is alive. He could walk up and provide some threat. They're not in range for a steal though. Vikings, they might give up. They might give up Kati here. Maybe. Even then, that's arguable. Wall stun. Nio is low HP. Karthus under a lot of threats. Some damage coming through. Doomby getting something through here. Now does have ult, which would finish off. Sulong trying to get out of the fight. Channeling the ult. Can they kill the Poppy? No, they can't. It's cancelled. Nio can't even get the last rights. And Vikings will make it out with an Atacon and another 3 kills. They started falling behind in the way that they did. He's behind 3,000 gold. Even if that was an Eclipse, even if that was what have you, it wouldn't matter one bit. Vikings get themselves a Hextech Dragon off of this too. Awesome game from the Vietnamese team so far.
Everything in German just seems so passionate.
I have to say, a lot of people assume that the Austrian accent is the German accent, and that's the one which is a lot more abrasive and angry. Yeah, Österreich. But actually, German accent is actually very calm and peaceful. Jason then go poke build on the Kai'Sa. Yes, it would leave the Karthus not as soul AP. They're ulting on the turret. Yeah, you know we were saying it was unkillable. That means you can do stuff like this. Nightcat pops the ultimate, and the Alistair is killable. The Alistair is killable. Not nearly as tanky on the other side. Rolling forwards with the Yunara with the Q active. Instant kill there.
Really noticed that.
Yeah.
Now, we're paying a bit more attention towards the protected species here, which of course
again,
are the
they go
hobbits.
forwards. They go forwards.
Yeah.
Who needs a backplate or the armor? Kati slams into leave. Nio, I don't think he's long for this world either. He'll be left as an eye on top of the tower. The Necromancer is dead. Sauron will have to try again. I don't think, well, they'll have to forge another ring in the next game. These rings of power are not exactly working for them now. He's actually living for now. All right, we're still stuck on the prequels to Lord of the Rings.
All right.
Baron's free though. I mean, Vikings will easily
the whole
roll
game.
that.
That is super cool. But my favorite thing about Lord of the Rings is everyone in New Zealand knows someone that was in Lord of the Rings.
That makes
even
a
if
lot
they
of
were
sense.
just like
There were
riding a
3,000
horse or something.
people. Doomby's trying to get a kill into Guri. He doesn't. He doesn't.
God.
He gets exploded. Guri lives. 14 stacks on the Magi's. Kati is in a 1v3 on top side. I think he might finally die. It doesn't really feel like it's a fair fight. Oh my god, he takes so long to die. But who cares, really? They're winning on the bot side of the map. They'll take an inhib in mid lane. They'll take an inhib in bot lane. They'll do both of them. NIP. They're down 2 members, and they'll have to be thinking about the next game.
Solokil has ult, so Guri does have to be careful without Zhonya's, but I think even if he goes down, it's probably over.
I'm not going to lie, I think it's bait. He might kill the Zyra, but he dies for it. I think Guri knew what he was doing there. He gives up the Magi stacks. Who gives a damn? Solo kills dead for his first kill of the game. Ain't that charitable? Going to 3. Vietnam takes another...
Well, I think Lysandra is a little better Just because, I mean, like, Akali has a pretty decent time against TF in the side lanes, right? Like, and
Right,
TF...
he's doing a pretty good job of abusing the early matchup. And that means you have mid lane push for the first Scuttle. No, does he dash in for this? Gold card onto the Xin Sao. Scuttle secured, I believe, by Guri there.
Yeah, did cost flash though, so the top Scuttle... I mean, actually, neither jungler has flash right now. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. Good leap strike. Solo Kill's got this lane exactly where you wanted as Gragas, though. Here we go.
No, Guri. Okay, so we're going into the early player here. Kanti's teleporting back in. Solo Kill, making sure that... I got flash over the counter strike. Does he have enough damage? I'm not sure about that. Bot back. Close trade. Flash used for nothing. It's a double for the volley bear. That's a good start for Vikings.
That's right. Any jungler will tell you the game's completely over now because 2 Scuttle Crabs were picked up.
Jax doesn't have the flash. Now going backwards. Is there a leap strike? Oh, he used the knock up into the minion.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Naya!
Cool, yeah. What region, you know, like Arcane style of a show, what region...
set up enough characters. But I think the invasion of Ionia would have been really good to see, because there's so many cool characters in Ionia. Plus, I'm an Ari fan. Ult up towards top side, Kati does have the gold card loaded in. Leave as a cleanse, and I don't think it will matter one bit. Who do they give kill over to? They'll give it over to the Jax. Kratos takes his first kill of the game.
Nice.
Group started by NIP. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, GG. Here's NIP socials right now. Yeah, NIP, not the best draft in the last game. Early game, now with a 1,000 gold deficit. Getting a little bit worrying. Style will hop over that. A little bit more damage. You can even open up a curtain call if you get another 4th shot onto him. Solo kill. Could of course cancel it with the ult.
Yeah, what a great start.
Oh, good ball
can
turret. That was nice for solo kill.
Flash.
Both summoners down. Now you do have the volley barrel if you want to dive, and you can also go for the curtain call afterwards. A little bit of CC, and that should be a dead solo kill. Guri will make it out alive. Splash out to make sure the last turret shot didn't come through. Really clean dive. Not a bad attempt by solo kill. No, the arcane was set after the invasion of Ionia, but I would like them to backtrack to it, because I think it would have been a really nice way to set the scene for it. Also, I just think it's a very cool period of time in League lore. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. I think there's stuff like Noxus or like Noxus Freljord as well. Leave, dodging out the W. Leave does have cleanse and flash. Kratos low HP. The Bard ultimate's okay. 4th shot, where's it going? Goes on towards the Varus and he goes down. Kratos is alive and there's no damage left. The Jax will take a kill. Doomby late to the party. Vikings are just faster to the plate.
Gen.G, and his ultimate not there for Cardi. Ignite is okay. He's just gonna back out. But I mean, LCP, what a fucking what a region.
Should be safe now. Ends up being a flash trade. Now could potentially jump over the wall. Doesn't need it. Doesn't need the flash. Uses the first part of it. Crescent guard using some extra damage. Good kill there. E landing from Doomby and has the perfect execution. 1 for 1. 2 for 1 total in the top side.
Vikings. As in,
it works against everything but Bardal. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Dive potential up here. Doomby doesn't have ult. Gold card
I think this is good for us. Guri has his ult.
Good for them. Bard gets himself.
Get in! Oh,
they've reset the. They have reset the aggro for them though. Doomby, can he get out of range? A little bit of damage from the tower, and it'll be 2 kills under the top turret. It was too far from NIP, and yeah, you're right. With a K. Yeah, I can work with that, Steven.
Ooh.
I can work with that. We'll see how many Halo. Well, I mean, maybe I'll spare you the Halo references for now. But hey, I mean, I've got plenty of them backed up. Potential dive on the side lane. Not getting Derby down here. A lot of defending members. Again, NIP just a little bit slow to this. Sky Splitter used for a bit of wave clear. We'll be able to clear out most of the wave here. Teleport to the other side of the map. 3 grubs for NIP means that they push towers, which is really scary. Oh, and he is going for the flicker blaze blow. He's not going to want the ice bomb. He does want max cooldown. Oh, that is a wonderful Bard ult. The Doomby Akali ult, he doesn't help him much either. He'll ult out to safety. Does it matter? Guri still has ult. They can dive the turret. I think Doomby's just dead to right. Do they have the ability to get him while he's invisible? No. The W comes back up. TF doesn't have ult to reveal him. Nio now comes down and thinks maybe he can take a bit of bite out of this too. What's the cooldown on the counter-strike left? It's coming out now. Varus ult flashing forward. There'll be a kill back. Maybe the magical journey is wonderful. Guri, stun afterwards. Akali E missing. Leave, going on a 1-man dive beyond the tower. He's still going into 3 people. How much work can he do as the flanking Varus picks up another kill, or at least the first one of that play. Damn time you want to use it to reveal the Akali.
Yeah. I think he used it to go top as the play start. There's a Scryer's Bloom. They're not going to use it. They see it with the blue trinket, but yeah, there's no way in.
Herald the 3 grubs makes it a bit rough to trade evenly.
Pick up the second tower. Doinby will answer it though.
Yeah, the 3 grubs helping him. Because Akali's normally not great at killing towers. Grubs makes her actually into a side lane.
Soul that Black Cleaver is the greatest item in this game. Just by virtue of like most of the damage. In fact, pretty much all of it being nice. Oh no.
Nio gets the kill. Gets the knock up onto Style. Cleanses out there. Good driving from Nio. Good response saying, okay, can't hit the tower, but I can hit you. Damn, he's driving that like a warthog. Gets the tower kill, so it recharges this again. Hang on a second. I was wondering if he was going to drive past it and try and interrupt Style again. That would have been so big brain, actually. Does get the tower charge into the tower, though. Now, it does have flash and ult. I think this is quite worrying for Vikings, actually. Good damage onto the tower. Handshake comes in. Ult coming through from Guri. Gets this. Oh my god, the Renata ult is disgusting. 4th shot onto his teammate Style. Not going to get the kill there. Vikings do protect their turrets. Be a champion again. Gold card charged up in the brush. Like, going to get that. Ooh, just about missing out on the handshake, but solo kill does not miss that. And that's a great Var assault. Karti does manage to get out, has Merc Treads of his own, which means he's a lot more safe. However, no one dies. And of course, the dragon does go over to Vikings. Is there any continuation in this play? I don't think so. At the end of the day, hang on, they might even look for a fight themselves now.
No, Guri's passionate.
Coming in with the Jax as well for the counter-strike. Doinby, does he land the E? No, I think it ended up missing, or even going onto the Grom. Good damage onto Nio. Doesn't have the Crescent Guard anymore, but just about makes it out. The bailout is ticked over to, and Nio doesn't have the funds to keep his company afloat.
Oh my goodness, man. These fights are so insane. Style just sitting there waiting for this ult. Well,
I was wondering whether he went in to try and get... I don't know whether he thought he would die if he didn't get a Sundered Sky proc. Solo kill.
I mean, what a bait.
This is... You don't survive against this kind of duo like this. The cast comes through. I don't think it's going to change that much. Solo kill taken out by Karti and Guri.
Doesn't have sums, but can just come up and drop that curtain call. There's nothing that can interrupt him. Great Tempered Fate to buy time. Too long, having to be very careful. He is dead.
Follow through. So that's a dead bard. You don't have that big disruption now. Teleporting in, Karti getting a gold card, and maybe Guri can do a little bit more. That cooldown on the volley bear, pretty nice. Not that tanky, and he'll go down, I think, to the ensemble CC. NIP will get themselves the Atacama with no smite on the other side. Get themselves the kill.
Harder. Bunch of XP, bunch of stats, and you're really trying to blow people up with this CC lockdown.
But just having the Akali and the Shinzao being able to just kind of walk up a little bit more brazenly and tank CC is kind of huge. Pick on towards...
gonna have to ult out.
Yeah, and the problem with this build, without going for the Iceborne, is that you do struggle a little bit for some tanking. It's not too bad, though. Flashes out. Could be worse. But then they get the catch on to Sulong. He's had a great game on the card. Kratos, can he get the counter-strike they need? Goes golden to Zumbi. Still gets the CC into the backline. Not a great Renata ult. Nio, on the back. Can he get back into the play? Yes, he can. Gold card loaded up, but the Merc Treads are not going to really let that have much value. Guri getting some extra healing, but he doesn't have the flash or the ult this time, and Nio finally gets his chance to go in and do a bit of work. Guri stands to fight, so the
no one can walk up, no one can walk up.
Yes! It's a massive amount of damage for Vikings. The Jin does damage, Vestin! You lied to me! The champion does damage!
Oh my god. Niket in the middle of that team fight as well.
Oh my god. It probably actually, you know, looking back at it again, that's actually not that much Jin damage, but I'd like the call in the moment.
No, that's fine. Sometimes we gotta cope about the Jin pick. I understand. Oh my god, what a chunk of damage. Chain of Corruption goes completely wide.
Kratos. The Karti's popped the ult, makes Doinby go visible. Guri's taking a lot of damage, but again, that second W gives him a lot more HP if he gets a chance to activate it. This is a close game, mate. This is really close. Within 2,000 gold.
It is.
Just a little bit off. I do worry a little bit for NIP. Baron started by them. Karti has his ult back up.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, Kratos is coming over. Doesn't have flash for the fight. It's a pretty nasty, you know, Jax angle if you can get into the backline. Guri gets the W down. Oh, bottle to stop the Baron.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Do they do anything off of this? It's just a delaying right now. Holding the 4th shot. Oh, Guri.
Guri is just dead.
What has he done? Oh, that is disaster. Karti goes down too. That might just... Okay.
Oh, no.
Did we finally, due to inclement weather, the network is kind of going crazy? Well, I guess they can't do anything about it, folks. We're back into live. It sucks. Vikings will lose the Baron. They lose 2 off of that. They're not dead. Where was our green god?
He could have mercy on the Vikings for that, you know.
Oh, Bardock onto the
okay.
Varus. He has cleanse and flash. I don't really know if you can force onto that. There wasn't really that much follow-up. Cask is not great either. Some decent poke coming out from the Varus. So, yes, he is the on-hit value, the Varus, but he does have some decent base damage. Oh, that's a good Renato overall. Hits 3 of them. Oh my god, Salder's 4th shot is barred in the face!
Oh no.
Jin finally does damage, and it's to his own goddamn support. He gives him the extra attack speed from the takeover, and it puts so much extra damage into it. 3 dead now, I believe. Another one joins them. Kratos comes in to kill the Akali, but I don't think he can save the game. Vikings, this will be a controversial result to many, I am sure. NIP will win the 3rd game after the Baron, and the pause which was there cancelled away. Kratos can't even see the falling of his own Nexus. NIP will win this series 2-1.
Yeah, fair play. I mean, it's always going to be unfortunate, but I think, like, obviously being a fan of the LCP,